This is rather thrilling.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind.
To be heading home. Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
Nothing caught.
We're running low on everything, from provisions to crafting materials for weapons and armor. We've had a hard time procuring goods, what with all the monsters lurking on the roads of late. I sent Marcus to gather what we need, but I've just taken stock, and I fear the list I gave him was incomplete. What say you? Could I trouble you to run an errand for me? You'll be paid, of course. Glad to hear it. Here, take this list of additional supplies to Marcus. He ought to be somewhere north of here. Hand him the note, and he'll take care of the rest.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me. Anytime. Do come again. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Do come again. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. Always a pleasure.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to. Very well. May fortune...
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among...
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speed.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
None strike half so hard as a warrior, nor a tenth as surely. Make me your blade, Arisen, and I'll scatter your foes.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. Please dispense with the formalities. They exhaust me so. I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm you. Yours to come.
Take me as your shield, Arisen. Upon my fighter's pride, no foe shall harm you while I yet stand.
Methinks we've earned a brief repose. What say you, Arisen?
Say, weren't we tasked with another errand that sent us somewhere near here?
Tis worth considering, if we've the time.
I find goods for sale.
We have what we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
Right you are. Would you mind coming over here? Here we are.
Oi! Did you need something? This is from Sir Geoffrey, is it? Let's have a look then. Why? He wants these as well, does he? I thought I was finished. Why should I have to do all this on my own? I've got plenty to carry as 'tis. Say, your arms look free. You can handle that list in my stead. And make haste. I would depart for the encampment even a moment sooner. Well, go on. You know what to do.
We know what we're looking for, but not where it is. I suppose there's naught for it but to start searching.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found.
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for me yet? Well, you best get to it then. How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Haven't you anything for me yet? Well, you best get to it then.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Follow me. I shall lead us to our destination, so do try not to rush ahead.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
The items on this list can be crafted by combining certain materials. And I happen to know where they can be found. I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
How goes it? Have you gathered everything on the list yet? Brilliant! I knew I could count on you. Here, take this for your trouble. I'll be heading back to the encampment now. They'll be expecting me.
We now have all the requested items in hand. Let us deliver them to Sir Marcus post haste. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on duty.
Hail, Arisen. Very well.
Pray, do not impede me, sir. I'm on duty.
You don't look like much.
Haven't got time to natter.
Oh, I can't complain.
We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir.
You there! What are you up?
First assess the field, then act accordingly.
Or, as I hear it, you even assisted him in gathering the supplies. I hope 'twasn't too much trouble. Anyway, you've been a great help. I hope I can count on your aid again should the need arise.
Our efforts have seen the encampment resupplied, and Sir Geoffrey with one less care. A good deed all round.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece, if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for him.
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The Hive can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
We've been called upon to render aid. Let us make haste.
Sir Ricardo is in need of our aid. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more...
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as the...
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
Shall we report back now?
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ricardo. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the worse for wear.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
If you seek to restore your memories, Master, methinks a trip to Melve might be just the thing.
I can guide you there. If you wish.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
This should be of use.
Not bad. Nice of you to say so. Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Right, just follow me. Behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The
Pitiable risen.
I've a selection of wares that sure to please. Pleasure doing business with you.
Can't talk till I finish this up.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me.
Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? Pray, save your thanks. 'Tis only just that I should aid you in turn. After all, 'tis only by your courage that I live today. Had you not leapt between me and that dragon, I know you suffered for it. Such ghastly wounds. And I could not hear your heart beating. It was a miracle that you survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermund, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
What say we... Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way.
Oh, no. I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth.
So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it.
But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful.
Seems my luck's not as rotten as I'd thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit roberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
Yes, of course. I see it.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, Consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Arisen, I promise to wield this maester's teaching well.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Who might have the answers we need? Should we ask around?
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir.
I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end.
Spend all day here.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking for him.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case. with my wares.
Not good will come of this. Not a foe in sight.
Oh, I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. We've got goblins!
Leave it.
I shan't let them on! Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall!
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. Our kingdom sees men...
I shan't let you fall! The Arisen is in your charge!
Ah, they mean us harm. How adorable.
You have my support.
You'll not live to regret this!
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
I will protect you. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Remember, knowing your limits does not make you weak.
Oi, where do you think you're going? Our destination is the border checkpoint. Oi, where do you think...
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that boom go to waste.
The Arisen have been drenched! A flawless execution.
Our combined might is beyond any foe.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to us.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
Seems I've drawn the short straw. Of course, I wouldn't dream of complaining about it.
You'll not live to regret this.
That ladder looks promising. I'll have to drop it down from above. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry. It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
What's this? We're trapped. Why? A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard!
Seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the valor you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
I'll go and open the chest. Such a magnificent tapestry.
Goblins! What's wrong?
I could have done no better. That's it.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Your anger is well justified, and I shan't deny you it. However, I am obliged to make you aware of your situation. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
You got a hankering for something? Let me know.
Your mornings get earlier as your bones get older.
Fine place. Cast off.
I'll have an early supper.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
Good day, sir. This is for you. What do you think?
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off aught you buy. So spend away, my good sir.
Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the...
I've all manner of arms for... sale. Come, have you... Welcome to Bjorn's Armor, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. alive. So... Before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. This inspires me.
Aught but misgivings.
Peruse at your leisure.
I've little enough gold to spend. There's comfort in the humdrum of pain.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We'll not find anything if we don't start looking.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Aught catch your eye? Just say the word. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Oh, I can't complain, really.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots. Bit of a tricky situation.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Oh dear. What am I to do? Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not. I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but I can point the way. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange.
'Tis lovely to see you.
Well met, sir. Always the same. They are. Just how I like it. Can't afford any mistakes. Interested in my wares?
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
'Tis our duty to bring the beasts low. I foresee naught but success on the path that lies ahead.
I know just the person we need, and where we must go to meet with them. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
whatever happened to you, anyhow?
Reckon I'd spend my life here if I...
I'm a tad busy at the moment.
Not sure why I patrol it.
Such quietude is a blessing.
I just know it.
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Wish I didn't have to work.
This looks as good a place as any.
Almost forgot. Can't leave things half done.
I'm not accustomed to speaking with strangers in the street. Good day to you, sir.
I dream of owning a larger store, I do. Did you need something, dear?
Aye, this year's time was. You'd think that'd be on account of him.
The safer the roads, the heavier my...
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
What do you think? Does this suit me?
I suppose I could indulge you.
Should I trace life to its source, what might I find? I'd like a quiet life. Live to a ripe old age.
Aftermarket I know. Always another errand to see to.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
The rules at your neck. said for peace and quiet. Any mistakes this well met, sir.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life. Don't find any turncoats.
Off to market I go.
Well met, sir. Go on, have a look.
These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Go on, have a look.
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Go on, have a look. Well met.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This really is
Pleasant breeze. I'm in fine fettle today.
Good thing I was standing here, eh?
What do you want?
Can't help but talk and whisper when I'm here.
No harm can come of a bit of kindness, I always say.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Say, I've noticed you walking around.
Got to work if I'm to put bread...
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right.
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on?